So usually every quarter, Tesla updates their Supercharger map on their website to show new locations that they're planning and update when certain locations will open.
But a few days ago, when Tesla did this, they also released the exact addresses of each future North American location.
It took Tesla several hours before they noticed the extra data and took it down, but not before some quick Supercharger watchers copied down the addresses.
And you might be asking, if we already knew where on the map the Superchargers were going with the little dot, then didn't we already know the exact address?
No. Okay, so that future Supercharger dot was usually just dropped at the center of the town or city that the Supercharger would be going. We usually had no idea where exactly it would go, but now we do.
Now, we'll put a link to the list in the show notes, but here, scrolling by, are the addresses.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going by pretty fast, but you can pause the video, hopefully, and spot your little neck of the woods. And while this is scrolling by, I just want to talk about, for instance, okay, so if you take a future Supercharger location in our area, so Amesbury, Massachusetts, take a look at this first map here. This is where Tesla showed it would be going. And it seems to be where? Over the center of Amesbury. Hard to see there, so we'll circle it in red. Okay. But that's not where it's going. According to the data that Tesla accidentally leaked, the Supercharger is going here.
Which is a perfect spot because it's between two major highways.
Right. Now, I know it doesn't really matter. I mean, to most of us, it's like, oh, there's going to be a Supercharger nearby. That's great. But it is kind of cool to know ahead of time where exactly it will be in case it's one that you'll be using and you want to kind of plan ahead like how you're going to use it.
I think that it's really cool to think about Superchargers in terms of the macro and the micro location, because the macro location is like, oh, good, there's one in the middle of Wyoming. But then in terms of the micro location, it's like, oh, it's at the mall and it's right next to this, and It's right off the highway. That kind of thing is actually important because having it, 20 miles off of the main highway means that it's, going to be an extra 30 minutes to get to. Well, Tesla has been super, super good about their micro decision making along with their macro.
I mean, take this one, for example. It's going to be at a Stop and Shop supermarket. Right. So if you know that now, you can be like, oh, wow, I might change my habits of where I go shopping or how I do my shopping because I could supercharge there while I, do some shopping.
Right. And it's near a hotel. It's near some restaurants. It's got kind of everything that you need.
Right.
So again, that's where micro location is really important. And Tesla just really excels at this. We had been doing tests earlier this year with the Rivian of Electrify America locations.
And they suck.
Some of them are just not near a highway, which is like great for the people who live nearby. But if you're like, I'm going on a trip, let me plan it. And you're like, why is this taking a really long time? It's like, oh, because I'm going 30 miles an hour for 25 miles to get to this charger.
To get to a Bank of America.
with 4 charging stalls.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.